Hey traders, Marcello here, founder of the Day Trading Academy. Today we're going to be talking about, or answering I should say, the questions you have for our master traders.
That's a really good question. I don't know exactly because I don't care about manipulations. I don't care about news. I'm trading pure price action. I have my strategy and I don't know why manipulations happen in the market. If they happen, I just don't care. Trade my price action, I'm profitable, and that's it.
I'm not sure that they do it intentionally. Obviously they're doing it, they're looking at their own profit picture. But there's a lot of different forces in the market, opposing forces. There are people that are trading maybe big, large funds that are looking to hedge their positions. They may own the physical stock and the stock market has gone up. They don't want to sell that stock, but they think it's going to go down for a little while, so they may sell futures against it. So a lot of the big institutions use it as a hedge. But I don't think there's an intentional manipulation of the market involved. And with our system here, we're looking at price action. So we're just paying, if somebody's manipulating the market trying to take it down, we're going to ride it down with them. As an individual trader, we can make our moves very quick. If you're a big institutional trader that's trading hundreds of thousands of contracts, you can't move on a dime. We're trading 2, 5, 10 contracts. You can do that instantly.
Alfred, I think that professionals probably manipulate the market so that they have more benefits to themselves. I mean, if they're able to manipulate the market, then they know how they're changing it and they know how they can take better advantage of it.
Good question. I've asked this question a lot about institutional trading and why is it manipulated by big traders. The reason is the money. They have more money than the retail trader, so they're able to push the market in directions where they know the weak hands. We call them weak hands, and that means the place that most likely you can get the most traders offside. And then when they get those traders offside is when the market will snap right back and they take all of the money. So it's easier to do that when you have a lot of money. That's why you'll hear us a lot of times talk about the big money or the institutional money, because that's how the market moves, the volume and the volatility.
Alfred, I mean, there's different levels of manipulation. I'd say the professionals manipulate the market to take our money, more retail traders, not only because they can, but because they have the ability to, and they're in it for money too. And if they can gain some sort of edge with deep pockets, then they're going to do it. And it's just another reason why you have to be very careful and know that there's inherent risks in what you're doing.
Alfred, I wouldn't necessarily phrase it like that. I don't think anybody deliberately goes out to manipulate the market, but obviously everybody who comes to the markets is operating with the idea of maximizing their return. So if professionals have the ability to momentarily push the market in a certain direction, then they would take advantage of that as an edge in order to maximize their outcome. Now, if you perceive that as manipulation, then I suggest in turn as a retail trader that you use your edge, which is to pick the spots at which you trade and just execute your system. Always use a stop loss, obviously. That's how I see it.
Why do I think the professionals dominate or manipulate the market? I think it's twofold, right? I do think that they manipulate the market to move it to where they want. The intention may not necessarily be to take our money, although I'm sure they really appreciate it. But there's a reason why there's a small percentage of people that make billions or hundreds of millions of dollars, and all of us, which are retail day traders, who lose the money, which obviously give it to them. You know, in the case of oil, for example, the United States wanted to manipulate the price of oil to bankrupt Russia and Saudi Arabia then wanted to manipulate the oil markets because they wanted to manipulate and go bankrupt the shale and fracking industry in the United States, which is normally a higher priced oil to extract. The dollar is another example for you guys that love to travel. Why, for example, is the dollar so strong now compared to the 2008 crisis? When you think about the thinking of people normally, when people actually have fear or there's a crisis, they put their money in the dollar, so the dollar should become a lot stronger. And she's gonna... Cheers! I'm sure you guys know her. She's the beautiful mother of DTA. And so I believe that even though they may not do it intentionally to bankrupt us or to manipulate us, it is manipulated. So that's really, they just have their own reasons to do that. They have their own positions. They want to run the market, take their profits, and that's essentially the reason why they want to manipulate the market.